Live from our 7 Tasmania studios, your nightly news with Michael Maney begins now.
Good evening. The Liberals have pledged to fix Tasmania's ailing health system, promising emergency department expansions and investments in GP services. Labor's branded them re-announcements, announcing their own plan, health campaigning gearing up, with less than 3 weeks until polling day.
Welcoming his political family to the family farm.
Well, thank you everyone, and hello everyone, and welcome to my very own patch.
Flanked by supporters, Jeremy Rockcliffe launched the Liberals campaign, warning against a Labor-led minority government.
A grab bag of political views which would make the Star Wars bar scene look positively boring and governing near impossible.
Pitching a plan to set Tasmania's embattled health system straight, including a GP team to work in regional areas left without cover, implementing a half-hour limit on ramping, infrastructure upgrades at all 4 major Tasmanian hospitals and more.
We're employing 44 more GPs, 25 new full-time nurses.
But some of those commitments, including the Royal Hobart Hospital Neurology and Stroke Ward, were promised at the 2021 election and still aren't delivered.
They are just rinsing and repeating election commitments that they've made before.
And it would be easy for people in Tasmania to be cynical about the Liberal government's announcements today. They've had 10 years to fix the health crisis.
The Greens have announced support for a specialised health training facility in the north, saying it would help build the nursing and midwifery workforce.
Our plan is about repairing our health system by supporting our staff, by making sure that people can access care closer to home and building the infrastructure that this government's talked about but not delivered.
Labor say they'll make 500 contracted staff permanent, hire more to boost patient flow and double hospital and the home beds.
A Labor government will start on day one repairing our very sick health system.
All sides gearing up for a fight on health. Josh Duggan, 7 Tasmania News.
Residents in the Port Latter region have been told to leave as emergency services work to control a bushfire near Crayfish Creek. 70 firefighters and 16 vehicles are on ground without help from the sky due to severe wind gusts, predicted to ease.
We expect to get it under control tonight. Fortunately, there is a lot of coastline where the fire will go into, and crews are actively backburning out small areas to allow easier containment.
The local caravan park has been emptied with an evacuation centre set up at Rocky Cape Community Hall. People should stay up to date with conditions on the Tas Alerts website. Tasmanians have rolled up their sleeves in an effort to remove rubbish for Clean Up Australia Day. Volunteers of all ages taking to Mount Nelson, lending a helping hand to its community-led approach.
We are so close to the bush that it's nice for people to take pride in keeping them clean and keeping the wildlife safe as well.
The Greens using the annual community clean-up to call for a stricter ban on single-use plastics, proposing Tasmania take a leaf out of the other states' books and commit to a timeline to phase them out.
Take action on single-use plastic bans in Tasmania for the environment and for the people and the community, for the health of our oceans.
The Greens also calling for an acceleration to the long-awaited container deposit scheme, with Tasmania remaining the only jurisdiction not to have one operating. Tasmania's Greek community has shared its rich culture and heritage with thousands at a southern festival. Established 3 decades ago, organisers have the recipe to success down pat, impressing guests with authentic food and live entertainment.
Immersed in Greek culture without leaving our shores. The beloved Estia Greek Festival, painting North Hobart blue and white. Thousands packing onto Federal Street, unfazed by the rain and wind.
It's Tassie, it's nice weather. It's not too bad. It's really nice in the sun, actually.
Running since 1994, the event is getting better with age. Stallholders serving up a symphony of flavours from authentic savoury dishes.
Lasagna, beautiful meatballs, they were great.
It's been flat out and we've run out of chicken, and now we're doing our next round, and it's been very busy and the weather's been chaos, but we've pulled through.
To hot handmade desserts.
I think they're cooking them fresh, so it'd be good just to enjoy something sweet.
And once the food comas had worn off, it was straight to the dance floor. Traditional music singing out across the suburb as Hellenic dancers took over. Attendees going home with smiles, satisfied stomachs and a better understanding of Greek traditions. Brianna Boylan, 7 Tasmania News.
Hundreds of excited truck enthusiasts have lined the streets around Launceston, waving through the largest truck run convoy to date. More than 240 heavy vehicles joining this year's fleet, making their presence known louder than ever. Motorcade weaving through the streets of Launceston and Perth before reaching their final stop in Longford. The annual event, a major fundraiser for the Royal Flying Doctor Service, with organisers confident they'd smash last year's total of $31,000. Those who've played a role in helping build Tasmanian women's footy have a chance to learn from an all-time great. West Coast Eagles AFLW coach Daisy Pearce was the guest speaker at an International Women's Day event, discussing the growth of the game.
We've got a lot of really great leaders in our footy clubs, both men and women, leading the way. Change is hard. We do have a lot of Tasmanians playing abroad at the moment. We have a few Tasmanians coaching as well, and on boards and several other kind of roles within the industry. So I think that's also really exciting.
Tasmanian women's and girls' participation in football increased by 17% last year. To the Sheffield Shield today, and Will Pukowski retired hurt with yet another blow to the head. Victoria fought back on day 3 against the Tigers. Chasing 442 to win, their openers managed a 178-run partnership. A few moments ago, Victoria were at 8 for 373.
Good evening. Well, it's certainly been a wild and windy day across the state. That's Syca Island copping the largest gust winds there, up to 139 kilometres an hour. Hobart reaching 18 today, 22 for Launceston, Burnie 21, 20 the top for Devonport. Much the same across most centres. St Helens 22, 20 for Flinders Island and Friendly Beaches, King Island 19, 16 at Bushy Park, Strawn 15, Lyowini reaching 10 degrees. Scattered cloud around the west and south, remaining mostly clear over the northeast. More cloud with some embedded thunderstorms for WA in the tropics and around southern Queensland. Onshore flow driving some speckled cloud our way and through parts of Victoria and South Australia. A high pressure system will move towards us tomorrow, while an area of low pressure lies over WA. Winds reaching up to 30 knots along the east coast, swells up to 5 metres in the south. And with that, there's a gale wind warning from Wineglass Bay to southeast Cape, and a strong wind warning for most other waters. Cloudy around the south tomorrow, Hobart and Dover both 19, Ouse 21. Sunny for the north, Launceston 22, 19 for Devonport, Scottsdale 20. A sunny 17 for Burnie, Strawn, partly cloudy and 19, 19 also for Stanley with clear skies there. And a mostly sunny one for St Helens tomorrow, 19, Swansea partly cloudy and 19, a bit of cloud also for Ross, 20 the top. A fine start to Tuesday before some showers develop around the west in the evening. Possible frost or fog for some inland areas. Those showers settle in around the west on Wednesday and showers around the north and west on Thursday. A cloudy 27 for Perth tomorrow, Adelaide 30, 21 the top for Melbourne and a partly cloudy 24 for Canberra and Sydney. Right now, still windy in Hobart, 11 at Launceston, 16 and mostly sunny, Devonport 15. And just a reminder, Michael, of that total fire ban which is still in place across the state south.
Well, that's all your news for now. Kim will join you tomorrow night at 6. Have a lovely evening. Good night.